So now, for people who are fully ready to kickstart their businesses, this is what you need to know. Before you make that call, make sure that you have defined your business goals. Under business goals, I'm expecting, as a person sitting on the other side of the table and you are sitting on the other side of the table, when I say that I'm expecting you to have defined your business goals, I simply mean that I need you to know your product line. You can't just tell me that you want to be okay, you just want to sell cosmetics, but I ask you, what range is it? You don't even know. In cosmetics, we have numerous ranges. We have hair range, we have body range, we have facial range, we have food range, we have spa range. We have lots and lots of ranges. And now that a lot of people are actually becoming formulators, it's actually even expanding because people keep getting creative by the day. So, product line. What is your product line? Walk in through that door having made up your mind. What is the type of range that you want to go in? Is it a hair? Is it a face? Is it a body? Like I said, make sure that you are able to answer that question. Number 2, brand identity. What is it that you want to be? How do you want your brand to be perceived? And on brand identity also, we are talking about the logo designing, the font, the color, so, and then what is your standpoint? What are your core values and beliefs when it comes to your brand? What is it that you stand out? What is it that you stand for? Because I promise you that if also you're going to do your branding with that manufacturing company, that branding has to stand for that. There are brands that used to do well, and we were able to establish, okay, this brand is kind of struggling, this brand is doing well, and we're able to tell what is the difference between these two brands. I would tell you that the one that would do well is the type of brand that the owner simply defined their goals, simply defined their standard using their branding. You wouldn't need that owner to walk in to tell you what it is that they stand for. That's simply reflected in the branding. So when I say clearly define your business goals, it means that you know your product line, that is the type of range that you want to go into. It means that you know what your business is going to stand for. What is it that you're going to advocate for under this range? It means that you've made up your mind about the branding. You know how you want your brand to look like, you know the fonts, you know the colors, and because I promise you that if they're going to design for you, they're going to maybe make you meet their designer in-house, and that person will confuse the hell out of you if you're not sure about what you want. So just know what you want. Now, having explained all of that to me, now we're gonna go to part 2. What is the next thing that you need to know? The next thing that I feel you need to know now, we go straight to the product inquiry. Now, product inquiry, these are the questions that mostly or mainly are going to be answered by the admin person, the person sitting on the other side of the table, being me at some times, sometimes, right? On the product inquiry, we are talking about now you have established a range. What type of products are available under this range? Because again, I'm telling you, if it's a hair range, there's lots and lots of products under hair range. Are you willing to sell a shampoo? Are you looking to sell a conditioner? Is it a dandruff serum? Is it a scalp oil? What is it that now you are selling? What products are available under this range? After you answer that question, then we are going to the MOQs, minimum order quantity. This refers to the smallest amount of units that a seller is willing to sell to you. This is important because going to number 1, if you have clearly defined your business goals, it means you even know how many products you would want to start with. So now when you know the products that are available under that range, now you need to understand their MOQs. How does it, is it one, does it start from 1 kg, does it start from 2.5 kg, does it start from 2 kg, and how many products are you willing to start with? For instance, if you are in a body range, I know that a lot of people are like body butters, a lot of people love body butters. Let's say for instance you want to start with 20 body butters, and they tell you that their MOQ, which is the minimum amount of units that they're willing to sell you as a startup, is 2.5 kg, right? Now, if you package that 2.5 kg with 250 grams container, you're going to get about 10 products. But if you package that 2.5 kg with 125 grams, which is this container, you're going to get about 20 products. So it is very important for you to understand the amount of products that you want to start with and how that relates to the MOQ. Because I remember there was a time that we told a client that no, we can't give you, I think it was about 75 products. She wanted about 75 products of a certain thing. Then we said no, it can't be 75, it can only be 70 or 80 because of our MOQ and the packaging that you're choosing. So all of that information is what you need to know. Now, still under product inquiry, you need to understand, in fact you need to ask if they allow you to sample, and if honestly speaking it's a proper manufacturing company. I think the answer should be yes. I want you to sample so that you have an idea of the product that you're going to receive. I wouldn't want you to just go straight into that 5 kg that you want, or 2.5 kg or 1 kg of a product that you have no idea what it's going to look like, no idea of how it's going to smell like, no idea of what the texture is going to be, which is the viscosity and all of that. So I would need you to buy a sample first. When you are satisfied with this 100 ml or 50 ml of a sample, you have tried it yourself, you know how it looks like, you know how it smells like, and all of that, then you can say, okay, I have an idea fully of a product that I want to start. If you're not happy, say maybe you had sampled a certain product and you said maybe I want this essential oil. If you don't like the smell of that essential oil, then you can go back. Can you please change this essential oil for me? Or can you please change this fragrance for me? Or can you please change this color for me? Still, depending on the type of branding that you have in your mind, the branding that is now defined by your sets of core values, your standards, your beliefs, and all of this really is very important. Clearly defining a business goal is going to help you identify the target market as well, because I promise you that you can preach the right message, but if you're preaching it to the wrong audience, that's not going to help you with anything. So when you've identified the correct target market, it means that you can preach the correct message to the correct people. I hope I'm clear on that. Okay, let's go to step 3. Now you were excited, you had defined your business goals, now they told you about the product that is available, you're happy about that. Now it's time for pricing and payment. Now this is where they're going to make you a quotation, which is what we call an invoice. Now most of us, we've never seen an invoice before. Me, it was my first time seeing an invoice when I got there last year. Please ensure that you understand what an invoice is. Now, these invoices do forfeit. They will tell you that we're going to give you this invoice. If you take this amount of time without having made a payment, we forfeit it, meaning it's no longer valid. Should you want to come back and place an order, they would need to start an invoice for you. But different companies differ, really. I'm talking about the experience that I got in the company that I worked for. Now, the most important thing that I will emphasize here is understand everything on that invoice and don't hesitate to ask questions. If you don't see what this 600 is for, this 50 rand is coming from, ask about everything. More especially if you're going to package with them, if you're going to label with them, if you are going to do whole branding with them. Because I promise you that it can happen that if you're that ignorant, that you order maybe 50 body butters and they had printed about 300 labels, and the next time you go there, somebody who didn't pick it, because I know this by myself, like I used to be lazy, guys, to go and check if that client still has labels available. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Sometimes I'm having a long day. I'm dealing with my own personal things, and an order comes in, and I know that this person has a labels with us, but I'm like, yo, I'm tired, which is why our quality manager was pushing that we keep updating the spreadsheet when it comes to that. But that's a topic for another day. But all I'm saying is, if you're ignorant, you end up going to pay so much money unnecessarily. You're going to keep paying for packaging while you still have leftover packaging. You're going to keep paying for labels while you still have leftover labels there. So understand about an invoice and understand everything there, more especially if you are doing everything with them. All right, now comes a logistics part. Understand about what we call a lead time. What is a lead time? Now, this is the amount of time that starts from when you place an order up until they ship it out. Now this will vary depending on what this product is, depending on the type of business that you start. Is it a white label, is it customized, and all of that. Now, there's really nothing much to say under lead time. It's just logistics and just transporting the product to you. But under that, I want to emphasize the packaging. When we're doing the testings, the stability test, is also what we call the packaging compatibility, where we test to ensure that your product is compatible with its packaging. I mean, it can happen that when you're saying, I want this 50-gram hot white, it looks cute, it's beautiful. But then if we do tests with your product in this container, we are not satisfied. We see that we feel like this container maybe might be causing the color change, it might be causing this oxidation, and chemistry is just, there's always something happening with chemistry. Sometimes I really don't like it because I like straightforward things, but unfortunately, because the world keeps evolving, we're always discovering new things all the time, and this is very much possible, more especially during transportation. What is the method of transportation that they're going to use? Are they flying your product? Are they shipping through the sea? Are they, you see, which now brings me to the very, very important part of this conversation and what I am advocating for. Two things that I'm advocating for here: people starting their own cosmetics brands in South Africa, but also two, ensuring that those products are tested. Guys, like I'm saying, I used to work in a testing cosmetics laboratory manufacturing company, so I know what I'm talking about. Now here, this is the part that we're talking about, the testing and the compliance. Please ensure that the product you're going to distribute aligns with the compliance or the acts of South African worldwide. If not that, please ensure that that product is safe. We are already struggling with skin problems, severe eczema that we don't even know what the cause is. Now imagine you distributing products that you yourself are not even sure whether they were tested or not. So when you approach that manufacturing company, what sort or type of certification do they issue to put your mind and your heart at rest in ensuring that you hold that responsibility as a citizen? Because as a citizen, if you're going to distribute something, it means you have a certain responsibility of ensuring that whatever that you're distributing is safe. Now, what type of certification are they going to give you to ensure that they make sure that they tested their product, and you're also sure and you can also be able to prove it? So yeah, man, I feel like I preached today. I really feel like I preached. Then after that, that is you placing an order, and then you have an invoice. Now, what would happen if you lack any of this information? I will tell you myself. The admin person or that person working for that company isn't working to you alone. I promise you, if you don't know what you want, you're going to take 2 weeks to 3 weeks just trying to put an invoice together. Because if you don't know what you want, another message comes in: you didn't answer me on the type of packaging that you want. You didn't answer me on the type, like, what is it that you want? You're all over the place. I'm going to put you aside and attend to people who know what they want, and you will get your invoice 4 weeks down the line. I will even forget about you. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. So it's very important to know what you want, and solidly so. The people in that company, the quality manager, the admin, they can just help polish here and there, but go there having all of the information. Put your toes down, okay, to say, this is what I want, this is what I'm willing to pay for, and that's that on that, about that. That's on period. Ciao. Okay, I don't know about that last part, but bye guys, I'm really tired. So this is gonna be a series. If you have some questions, obviously comment down below. And can I also please say this, can now this topic go out of my DMs? Because there have been people who are asking me, how can I start, how can I start? This is how you start. This is information that you need to know. All right, so do your due diligence, do your research, find these companies, reliable ones, and ensure that you follow through. Bye guys, see you in the next video, which is probably going to be tomorrow, because I'm looking on dropping every day now. Pray for me. Pray for me, because we need to start this business. Is how no